All right, let's talk about a city that looks like it was ripped straight out of a sci-fi movie. Seriously. We're diving into Chongqing today, a place that just completely defies gravity and will totally reshape how you think a city can even exist.
So, what's the deal with this 8D city nickname? I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, right? But it's not just some clever tourism slogan. It's the absolute truth. Imagine a city wedged between massive mountains and two giant rivers. You can't build outwards, so what do? You build up. We're talking about a place where the ground floor of one building is literally the 10th floor of the one next to it. It's this wild, multi-layered maze that feels like something from the future. And if you need like the perfect picture of what I'm talking about, look at this. No, this is not a special effect from a movie. This is a real thing. It's the Lisbon monorail station where the train just casually glides right through an apartment building. This is one of those moments where you just know you're not in Kansas anymore. It's just a perfect example of how this city thinks. Okay, so you're probably thinking, how on earth do I even begin to plan a trip to a place like this? Well, believe it or not, it's actually way easier than it looks. Let's run through all the essential prep so your trip goes off without a hitch. First things first, let's tackle the big one, visas. And I've got some fantastic news for a lot of you. Starting in November 2025, there's a new policy that lets people from 45 different countries, we're talking places like France, Germany, Australia, come in for 30 days completely visa-free. Now here's the important part, so listen up. These things can change, so always, and I mean always, double-check the latest rules for your country before you go booking flights. All right, visa stuff is sorted. Let's talk money. And you're gonna love this part. A whole week in Chongqing is way more affordable than you'd think. You're looking at somewhere between, say, $800 and $1,200 US dollars a person. And that's not just a bare bones budget. That covers a decent hotel, all the incredible food you're gonna eat, and trust me, we'll get to that, local transport and tickets to the big attractions. Obviously, that's not including your flight, but it gives you a really solid number to aim for. Now, to make your life 1,000 times easier, your phone is going to be your absolute lifeline. Think of these apps as your digital survival kit. You've got Didi, which is basically their version of Uber. Trip and Dianping are your go-tos for booking stuff and reading reviews. Google Translate is a must-have for obvious reasons. But the king of them all, the one you absolutely cannot live without, is Alipay. Okay, this is a big one, so pay attention. China is almost completely cashless. Seriously, you'll barely use cash at all. So here's what you do. Before you even pack your bags, download the Alipay app and link your international credit or debit card. It's super simple. Then when you get there, you just scan a QR code to pay for pretty much everything. I'm talking street snacks, metro tickets, you name it. It feels a little weird at first, but once you're set up, it's so easy. So you've landed at CKG Airport, now what? It's actually a piece of cake. Just hop on Metro Line 10, and it'll whisk you right into the city center. For getting around day to day, the Metro is going to be your best friend. It's fast, it's cheap, and thank goodness it has English signs. Oh, and for the absolute best views, you have to ride Monorail Line 2. It's not just transport, it's an experience all on its own. And if you're trying to figure out the best time to book that flight, here's a little pro tip for you. Aim for November. It's the absolute sweet spot. The weather is perfect, cool enough to be comfortable for all the walking you're about to do, but not cold. Plus, you'll miss the huge summer crowds and that sticky, intense humidity. Trust me on this one. All right, prep work is done. You're ready to go. So what does a full week in this mind-blowing city actually look like? Let's unpack a 7-day adventure that'll take you everywhere from ancient villages to cityscapes that look straight out of Blade Runner. So you've got 7 days. How do you possibly see everything the mountain city has to offer? Well, let's break down a sample itinerary so you can get a real feel for how you can experience the best of, well, everything. Okay, so here's the game plan. You'll start by diving headfirst into that crazy 8D maze in the city center. Then you'll travel back in time wandering the beautiful old streets of Chikuku. Then, picture this, a night cruise on the Yangtze River with the entire skyline lit up like a Christmas tree. Midweek, we're getting out of the city to see some breathtaking nature at the Wulong Karst UNESCO site and the incredible Dazu rock carvings. And to top it all off, you'll finish your trip by hanging out with some giant pandas at the zoo. It's the perfect blend of sci-fi city, ancient history, and stunning nature. So what does that budget look like on a daily basis? You'll be surprised. You can eat like a king for around $20 a day. Getting around on the metro? Maybe $10.
The only thing that really changes is how much you spend on attractions. But honestly, so many of the coolest things to see are either super cheap or totally free.
Okay, I need you to listen to me very carefully. This might be the most important piece of advice I give you. Pack comfortable shoes. I am not joking. It's called the Mountain City for a very, very good reason. You are going to be walking up and down hills and stairs all day, every day. We're talking 10 to 15 kilometers a day, easy. Your feet will either thank you or curse you. The choice is yours.
Okay, let's be real. You can't possibly talk about Chongqing without dedicating some serious time to the food. It's time to dive into the city's absolutely legendary food scene, which is all about one amazing, unique flavor sensation called mala.
All right, foodies, get ready. These are the absolute non-negotiables. First and foremost, hot pot. It's the king, it's the reason people come here. But you also have to start your morning like a local, with a fiery bowl of xiaomian noodles. For snacks, you gotta grab some grilled fish and skewers from a street vendor. And when your mouth is on fire and you need a break, the sweet, glutinous rice balls are the perfect cool down.
Okay, lean in because this little phrase might just save your taste buds, maybe even your life. When you sit down for your very first hot pot experience, you need to learn these two words, 不要辣. It means not spicy. This will get you the mild broth. Seriously, trust me on this. You can always add more spice, but you can't take it out once it's in there. You've been warned.
So what does that $20 a day food budget actually get you? Well, you can see that a couple of big, amazing hot pot dinners will take up a good slice of the pie. But all your other meals, those noodle breakfasts, the street skewers, are super, super cheap. That leaves plenty of cash for all the cooling drinks, like plum juice, that you're gonna need to put out the fire. Okay, we're in the home stretch. We've covered how to plan, what to do, and what to eat. So let's just wrap this up with a quick little checklist to make sure your trip is safe, sound, and totally awesome. First off, and this is important, Chongqing is a really safe city. Seriously, your biggest concern is just keeping an eye on your wallet in crowded spots, which is good advice for any major city, right? It's known to be especially safe for solo female travelers. Just stick to the common sense stuff, drink bottled water, not from the tap, and maybe check an air quality app, especially on one of those famously foggy days.
And just like that, you are officially ready. You know about the visas, you've got a budget, you know which apps to download, you have a killer itinerary, and you even have a strategy to survive hot pot. You are fully equipped to go out there and conquer one of the most incredible, futuristic cities on the planet. So you're prepped, you've got the plan, you know exactly what to eat. There's really only one question left to ask. Are you ready to go explore the foggy metropolis, ride a train straight through a skyscraper, and experience the mind-bending reality of China's 8D city for yourself?